Hey guys, me Dave. It's 9/6 2021. So happy Labor Day, you guys. I just thought I'd do a little video. I'm not gonna talk a bunch of BS tonight, but I want to talk about a few things. But so happy Labor Day. I hope you guys had a long weekend. I hope it was a good long weekend. You know, all that stuff. Maybe you had a barbecue. Maybe you got together with family or something. I know us aren't into that because we're TIs and stuff. We don't get along with our family, and a lot of us don't have friends like me. They won't let me have any friends, you guys. Um, and they're not gonna let me have a woman, that's for sure. But I did get out and went for a couple rides. Looked at a house. I live in Minnesota. We're a democratic state. Um, when we work, we give the most in taxes. Our taxes are high here, but we have the most programs. We have housing programs. I actually applied for one. I couldn't do anything because I have a truck payment, but I did qualify for the program. But she's like, you don't make enough money. I don't make enough money for a house payment. And I knew that. I mean, I'm living off $100 a month pretty much right now. I put Tanner on this expensive dog food, and I'm giving him glucosamine supplements and stuff, so because I don't want him to have any problems when he's older, so I'm giving him glucosamine and MSM and turmeric. There's all kinds of things in this little treat that I'm giving Tanner, and they're expensive. It costs, well, I mean, it's $20 a month. It's not that bad, but anyway, so I couldn't do anything anyway. But we're in Minnesota. We have the most housing programs. There should not be anybody homeless. We have a lot of homeless places for people to go and eat and get free meals and a place to stay and shelters and everything else and low income housing and all this stuff. So Minnesota is pretty. They're good to their people. They're good to the people. We have a lot of programs out here. We pay for them. Taxpayers pay. We pay the highest. We're one of the states with the highest taxes that we pay. So, um, anyway, where was I going with that? I have no idea. I have no idea where I was going with that. How did I get into that subject? I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. Oh, because I went and looked at a house. Oh yeah, it was pretty trashed. It'd have to be redone and all this stuff. I couldn't afford it anyway. Not right now. I got a truck payment. My truck payment is $260 a month, so I can't afford crap right now. But okay, now people want to put people in a panic, and they want to talk about the food shortage, and there's a shortage of food, and the shortage of this thing, and the shelves are bare, and all this stuff. It's really not a food shortage, you guys. It's not a food shortage that's going on. It's a worker shortage. Um, um, I was gonna go into the truck driving industry back in 2012 before this stuff happened, and they totally ruined it for me. I got a diploma at the college and everything else, and I was ready to go into truck driving. I was gonna work for Swift actually, and they put me up in a hotel and all this stuff down in the cities, and I was gonna go work for them, and they were really good to me. And these guys sabotaged it. They kept me up all night. I was sleep deprived. I overslept when I was supposed to go to training and all this stuff. But anyway, there's a shortage of truck drivers, you guys. Um, they're trying to do the best they can to deliver the goods to the stores like Walmart. Walmart has their own trucks and own truck drivers. You know, there's a shortage in drivers. That's what the problem is. That's why the shelves are bare. There's not much produce and all this stuff. Other products, even shampoo or coffee creamer or whatever. There's a shortage. There's a shortage of workers. It's not the product. They're still pumping out the product. Um, but there's a shortage of workers, You know, every place is hiring. There's so many jobs out there. Every place is hiring. They're offering decent wages now. You know, I mean, all the gas stations are hiring. You know, all the fast food places are hiring. Up here in Minnesota, you know, where I am, McDonald's is offering $15 an hour, or 15 or $16 an hour, because of because of the shortage. But they're offering, you know, 15, $16 an hour to work at McDonald's. That's pretty good. You know, if you work full time. You know, for if you open or close, you know, so if you work an early shift, it's $16 an hour. If you work the late shift, it's $16 an hour. You know, and that's pretty decent cash for working at McDonald's, flipping burgers or putting the burger in the thing. I don't even think they flip burgers. I think they put the burger in the thing and it cooks it. You know, it cooks it for you and all this stuff. I don't know what, you know. They got machines to do everything nowadays. Oh, I don't know what that was. So there's a worker shortage, you know, and truck drivers. The truck driving industry has been short of drivers for decades. All the drivers that retire and they can't get them replaced, and they can't get quality drivers and all this stuff. That's a huge industry where you could get a job anywhere. Oh, I'll tell you this really quick. Okay, so last week I took Max to the park and I drove through the West End, just a little part of town where there's shops and all this stuff. I seen the most gorgeous girl. You know what she was doing? She was driving a dump truck. I mean, that's my kind of woman, you know? I mean, I passed her, I'm just like gawking at her because she was gorgeous. Long brown hair and everything, and thin, wearing a tank top and all this stuff. A gorgeous girl driving a big old dump truck. I mean, it was like, wow, man, that's kind of cool. You know, a girl going into a man's industry. That's pretty cool. She has a lot of guts for doing that. But anyway, getting back to whatever. You know, so there's not, you know, the product isn't exactly in need or you know, shortage. You know, it's workers. They're looking for workers. Every place is hiring. Walmart's offering $16 an hour. You know, all these places are paying pretty decent. Up here, the DTA, which is the Duluth Transit Authority, is it authority? I think so. You know, the public transportation system. They had to cut routes because they're in search of bus drivers, and they started over $20 an hour, and they train you. So if you don't have a Class B license or a Class A license, they will put you through a class, and they will train you on how to drive a bus, you know, for public transportation. And they started over $20 an hour. They'd been starting over $20 an hour 10 years ago. So now it's probably $23, $24 an hour, you know, to drive a bus. You know, it's unreal. They had to cut routes. Because they're so short of people. They had to do different routes. You know, it's crazy. I mean, there's tons of jobs out there. Tons of jobs. If I wasn't diagnosed, I would try to go do DTA. You know, drive bus. That's a good paying job, benefits, vacation, sick time, all this stuff, full benefits, $20-some an hour. I would probably go do that and get some experience and all this stuff. Or I would like to drive a dump truck and probably make close to $30 an hour, which is pretty decent. Up here anyway, that's pretty decent money, you know. So, you know, you make some decent cash up here if you know. But I'm diagnosed. I don't think I could pass a physical. I gotta pass a DOT physical. I don't think I could pass a DOT physical. This doesn't interfere with me driving, but I had a heart attack too. Now I had a heart attack, and I'm diagnosed, and I got all these, you know, and I still have my Class A license. I kept my Class A license. I have it. You know, I could drive anything right now if I wasn't having all these problems. It really sucks. They ruined everything. They ruined it all, man. I'm telling you, they took my life away. They ruined everything.